thanks for joining me again for another Pixie Talks review vlog.
Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Woo!
This week I feel like I hopped in a time machine and visited my childhood. I grew up very much into newspaper comic strips, reading compilations and collections of the greatest of Calvin and Hobbes, Garfield, and of course, Peanuts. So I was very excited when the trailer for this movie dropped, and it looked so perfect. So let's take a look at the Peanuts. Peanuts is one of those things that has just always been around, even though I have no real memory of my first exposure to it. When did I find out that Linus always carries a blanket, or that Marcy calls Peppermint Patty Sir? I don't know. I've just always known. A lot of us grew up on their holiday specials, like It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown and A Charlie Brown Christmas. Even if we had no outside knowledge of the series, they became a part of how we viewed the world, especially as children.
That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
So when a CGI animated film was announced, I was pretty skeptical about how well it would be done. Would it look like every CGI-ified monstrosity to ruin childhood classics? Like the horrid Alvin and the Chipmunks or that awful Smurfs movie? But no, the trailer came out and it looked like Peanuts. And that's really the most impressive thing about this film right off the bat. You notice it instantly, that it looks exactly like the old school cartoons and comic strips just hopped right off the page. They nailed the look with absolute perfection, from the sketchbook line art to the jerky old school animation feel. It's a weird mixture that looks like a combination of CG, stop motion, and traditional cartooning all at once, and it is pure, heartwarming magic. As for the story, it follows Charlie Brown's struggles to self-improve when a new girl moves into the neighborhood. He decides it's time to reinvent himself and use the opportunity to make a good first impression with someone new. Unfortunately for him, Charlie Brown is the quintessential bad luck character. Everything he does and everything he tries blows up in his face. It isn't for lack of trying, or even for lack of ability. It's general, just pure rotten luck that keeps him down. The story is a sweet little tale with an uplifting message about self-worth, and there's just something warm and fuzzy about this particular brand of wholesomeness. What I will say has always made me a bit uncomfortable about the Peanuts cast is just how horribly, especially Lucy, everybody treats Charlie Brown. He is constantly being told that he is a dumb failure who won't amount to anything, and yet we are assured that these are his friends. And as the audience, we just kind of accept that? I'm like, why do you consider these people your friends? But that has always been a part of the Peanuts vibe, this kind of honest portrayal of kids and how kids interact. And sometimes kids are jerks and sometimes they aren't, and you make up and life goes on, and there's a certain level of innocence to it all that's kind of hard to put into words. There was also a lot of really great interspersing with Snoopy and Woodstock that I absolutely loved, detailing the origin of Snoopy's typewriter and his lifelong rivalry against the Red Baron. It's just a lot of really great whimsy, which has always been how Peanuts functions. Snoopy's overactive imagination is an endless source of entertainment and charm, and I absolutely loved his fictional girlfriend, Fifi. Snoopy's stories are so epic they could be their own movie. I'd buy your book, Snoopy. This was an absolutely delightful example of a reboot done very, very right. It felt like the old Peanuts, and it felt as timeless as those beloved classics. My husband and I left the theater with great big grins on our faces. Check it out, I'm sure you will too. And that's my review of the Peanuts movie. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do please be sure to subscribe for more. Add me on Facebook for more of my stuff, and I'll see you next week. Bye!